I think kind of arts, culture and music were very important to my growing up. In particular, I kind of grew up listening to music all the time. In our house, my kind of family house, my dad had a big stack of records that we'd put on and ruin and scratch, and I think, you know, we were always around music as kids, not around any instruments. Nobody in my family played any instruments, unfortunately, which is why it took me so long to pick one up. I kind of put them on this pedestal and thought that they were impossible. But I think just being creative, you know, in general, I drew a lot when I was younger, and I was really into watching other people draw and make art, you know, however it was, and I was in a couple of plays, and I was actually really into poetry when I was younger, and I think it's all really helped shape, you know, me as a person and how interested I am in music. So if you haven't heard my music, it's kind of acoustic-y, maybe a bit folky. I kind of draw influence from a lot of music, really. I listened to a lot of metal when I was growing up, and my brother, I shared a room with my brother, he's older, and he just used to listen to rap all the time. My sister would listen to Justin Timberlake all the time, and my dad would kind of listen to, I don't know, like Bon Jovi and Queen. So I didn't really have any experience with acoustic music until I was about 16, I think, when I heard, it was an artist called City and Colour that I heard, and instantly I kind of just fell in love with this brand new music to me, and I think that when I was 16 it was just the perfect time for me to hear this acoustic music, and that, I think, is where my kind of style and sound has come from, that kind of new age of acoustic stuff. I think that libraries are a great place, you know, for gigs. I think when I was younger, the library for me was a place that I could go and just kind of pick up a book and be anywhere, you know, if it was in, I don't know, Gotham, if I was reading Batman, or, you know, in the Yorkshire Dales if I was reading something else. And I think that for me, music does that to me now, you know. I read a little bit, not as much as I'd like to, and I think that my new reading is listening to music, and I think that I could put music on and just be transported anywhere. And I think to be able to do that in a library and have those two worlds kind of combine is a very cool thing, and I think it's not done enough, you know. I think that the whole, you have to be really quiet in libraries or whatever is I understand when people are reading, but, you know, I think it's kind of a bad cliche, and I think gigs in libraries are a great idea. I think my advice to budding young or old musicians, it sounds really cliche, but just to keep it up. It's a very relentless hobby. It's not really a job, hobby, and I think that it's very demanding, and I think it takes, you know, a certain person to be able to do this, you know, in the same way it takes a certain person to work in retail or be in an office. You know, I just don't think I could do that, and I think that to be able to be on call all the time is just not for everybody, and I think that if you only do one or two gigs before you think seriously about doing this as a career, it's not the wisest thing. I think you need to really keep at it and kind of try before you really apply yourself to something like this, because it takes up a lot of time and energy, but at the same time it's so rewarding. You know, I get to sing for a living, and honestly I feel like the luckiest guy in the world.